Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. Kingdom Culture family, welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope everybody's been having a great week. This week I want to talk about the cost of playing it small. Because for me, it cost me three main things that we're going to discuss, but let's take it back and remember that, if there is something that we want to do, we should do it. We shouldn't be scared or wait for the perfect time, because there's no such thing as perfect time, right? I remember the season where I had my business idea, my podcast idea on my heart, but I just kept waiting. I kept waiting until I felt ready, waiting until I thought I had all the answers. And it looked like I was being cautious and wise, right? Taking calibrated steps, but deep down it was just fear. Fear of failing, fear of being made fun of, fear of not being enough, right? And I truly, knew in my heart that this is what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted the podcast. I knew I wanted to have a space where people felt welcomed and we could discuss things, I didn't know I was going to be an online coach. I didn't know that, I would fall in love with that and working one-on-one with you guys. But I knew what I wanted, and that was to help other people, right? But the longer that I held back, the more that it cost me. It cost me momentum, I missed opportunities, and it chipped away at my confidence. I lost trust with the people that already knew me from before. And those things are the cost of playing it small, right? Think about it. Was there something in your heart, something in you that you wanted to start, but you keep pushing it off? What happens? You start to get angry. You start to feel stressed out. You start to question everything that you do. I know for me, my 9 to 5 was really hard, because I'm like, why am I still sitting at this desk when I have all of this that I can bring out to the world, right? All of my steps, everything that I did, everything that I was able to accomplish by myself, getting out of survival mode, right? And that's the hidden cost. It's about what it does to you, because you keep holding back the frustrations, the second guessing and everything else, right? So holding back cost me in three big areas, and I want to talk about it. The first one is opportunities. Every time you sit on your idea, that's one less door that can open for you. God works through movement. If you never take the step, the doors can't swing open, right? If you never start to build something, if you never start to actually take a step forward, you don't know what's going to happen. I get it. It's scary, and there's a lot of what ifs, but what if you focus on the good part of the what if? Not what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if this doesn't work? But you focus on the what if it does? What if this can change my life in the generations to come? What if this is what the Lord has called me for? You won't know the opportunities and the doors and the people that you will meet if you don't get started. That's a cost. I remember that what brought me into taking the step into everything that I'm doing now was looking forward, saying, when I am 80 years old, am I going to be proud of the life that I'm living? Am I going to be proud of, 30-year-old Abril that had everything she needed? She had the ideas, she had the funding, she had everything she needed, yet she did not take that step. That put fear in my heart. Not fear of like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do something, but fear of missing that version of myself. Missing this, talking to you guys. Missing out on the opportunities that might come later on. Missing out on the people that I'm going to help. People that need, to hear these things. I know that you guys are out there. This is why I'm doing this. And it brought me into a perspective of like, wait, what if it works? What if I can help one person my whole life? One person. What if this is exactly what they needed to hear? And it changes everything. Right? To not miss out on opportunities because you're scared or you don't feel ready. That's what brought me into taking action and creating the momentum and launching my podcast and my brand and the coaching business. It's to serve other people, right? The second part that it really impacted me in was my confidence. So I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. The moment that you tell yourself you're going to do something and you do not do it, you lose trust in yourself. It's not that you lose trust in other people. It's like if you don't trust yourself, you're not going to accomplish anything. Confidence is not built out of nothing. We can't pray to have confidence if we don't take the steps in faith. Every time you hold back, you reinforce the belief that you're not ready. Every time you take action towards what you want to do, you reinforce the feeling of trusting yourself and being like, yeah, I got this. So don't lose your confidence. If you tell yourself, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning to read my Bible, and you don't do it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to start beating yourself up. Oh, I knew I couldn't do it. Oh, I can't even do that. I can't even get out of bed when I say I'm going to get out of bed. Get out of that mindset. Get into the mindset of actually trusting yourself to do what you said you were going to do. And your confidence will start building in that specific thing that you're trying to do. For me, when I first came into this podcasting thing and the coaching business, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to want to coach with me? But guess what? I shut that down and I was like, you know what? I have something to say. If I have one client, I'll be the happiest person in the world. One person. And then that one person came. And then I got subscribers. And then I got people watching my videos, my TikToks, my Reels. Commenting. Interacting. And it builds my confidence. Not that I'm better than anybody, but it makes me so happy that I'm doing what I love. So build your confidence by keeping the promises to yourself. And this is the biggest one, my third thing, and it's impact. My voice, my story, my gifts. Your voice, your story, your gifts. They're not just for you. Someone else needs to hear what you have. Somebody else needs to know that you've been through the hardships. Know that you have a solution to their problems. When you don't show up, someone misses out on the blessing God wanted to deliver through you. God told me that in prayer one time. He's like, hey, I called you to something. And people need to listen and hear because I'm trying to deliver a message through you. Because nobody else can do it. And I said, my impact. Lord, I'm so sorry. My ministry, I apologize. I'm so sorry that I let fear walk in front of my faith. And that's what I knew. That I needed to, to get it together. And not care if one person, two people, if nobody hears this, whatever. But I know that I'm being obedient and making the impact necessary. I don't want to get to 80 years old and say, I wonder what that would have been like. I wonder what life would have looked like if I just got started. Right? So, when you start to think about it that way, the cost of holding back is actually way higher than the cost of trying and failing. Failing teaches us. But hiding, that drains our confidence, our energy, and everything else. And as always, right, I want to bring you guys back to the Bible. And in 1 Timothy 4:14 says, do not neglect the gift that is in you. 1 Timothy 4:14. Do not neglect the gift that is in you. God doesn't give us gifts to bury them. He entrusts them to us because he knows that there's an assignment attached to our lives. Think about the parable of the talents. The servant who buried his gift was called wicked and lazy. Not because he messed up, but because he never even tried. And when I was reading that, it hit me. And it hits me every time, because it shows us that God would rather see us use what we've got and grow it than to hide it out of fear. So let me remind you, your gifts, your idea, your voice, that dream, they're not accidents. They're assignments. And when you step into them, everything, and I mean everything, changes. So, I want to leave you with this. What's one place in your life where you've been holding back? One gift you've been sitting on? One idea you've been overthinking instead of acting on? This week, take one small step. Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start messy, start small, but just start. Because the hidden cost of holding back is too expensive. It's too expensive. And you need to be heard, right? The reward of stepping out, that's the miracle. That's where faith steps in. That's the what if, right? So, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. That's all I had for you this week. I hope it encouraged you. I hope that you share it with somebody who you think might need to hear this reminder. Just remember that your voice matters, your gifts matter, and the world is waiting for what God placed inside of you. Remember that I love you, but that the Lord loves you more. Always, always, always. God bless.